Somebody in the entertainment industry has it out for me, and I'm here to complain about it. Yeah, that might sound extremely dramatic, but first of all, I'm an extremely dramatic person, and second of all, I'm literally not even joking. See, here's my problem. Okay, every single time I get really into a show, every time I'm finally sinking my teeth into it, looking at it, finally going, oh, hey man, this thing is pretty good. I hope it lasts forever. Boom, suddenly it's on the chopping block. It's like there's an executive sitting up in his high fancy bigwig office, just with my face on a dartboard, tossing them darts. And then all of a sudden somebody comes in, they ring them, and they're like, oh, AJ likes this show, time to pull the plug. Ha ha! Which is one, unfair, and two, so rude. I've literally never done anything wrong in my entire life. Or maybe I have, I don't know. Maybe I did something to this guy. Did I accidentally offend this Netflix executive? Freaking run over his dog, knock an ice cream cone out of his hands, hurt his feelings? What did I do? This keeps happening. And hey, I get it. Shows end. It is appointed unto every man once to die. Circle of Life, Lion King, all that jazz. Totally understand. But lately, it's starting to feel like nothing gets a chance to live anymore. Shows barely start before it's getting canceled, shortened, or just Thanos snapped out of existence, which is just unfair and kind of sad. I don't know, maybe my luck is poor, maybe it's me. I'm rarely ever the problem, but in this instance, I could be the problem. Maybe I pick out the shows that are doomed to fail. But then, I put my detective glasses on, and plot twist, everybody goes through it. Everybody has a show that has ended before its prime. And when we really get to the real meat and potatoes of all of this, we see the reason why. Modern TV isn't the way that it used to be. And now there's a formula for how things must succeed. Fail, and you die. You end up canceled, just gone for good. Which raises an extremely important question. Why do all my shows end? Why does everything that I love abruptly end? Why? Okay, let's set the scene. A few nights ago, I'm minding my own business, scrolling through YouTube. All of a sudden, I get a notification. Oh, Adult Swim just posted a new video. Oh, it's from Smiling Friends. The thumbnail says, important announcement. You see where I'm going with this, right? Smiling Friends is ending after its 3rd season.
Huh? What? You fired Tyler, you fired me too.
Now, the reason for this show's ending is not going to be the same as the rest I'm going to talk about. Viewership was good, numbers were high, everything was pretty great. It even got renewed for 2 more seasons. The creators were just burnt out. And no, these aren't tears in my eyes are just stinging a little bit. The creators don't want the show to get all washed up. And I get it, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm down with the times. My problem ain't with them. It's with the fact that this keeps freaking happening to me all the time. Take Inside Job, for example. Oh my God, I loved that show. I loved it so much. Brett Hand, my beloved. I love that show. It ended on a cliffhanger that I was really looking forward to understanding and finding out in the next season. Boom, Netflix canceled it after 2 seasons. The Owl House, slotted to have a full season of episodes. All of a sudden, Disney cuts down those episodes to 3 long ones. Thank you, Disney. I hate you for that. Hey, let's take it all the way back to 2016 when the 2nd season of Galavan is airing. Go watch Galavan. Good show. Really, really good show. Too bad it got canceled. Canceled, shortened, canceled. When does this nightmare end? At this point, me watching a show is like me deciding to keep a goldfish I won at a carnival. It's gonna die in 3 days anyway. My shows are just going to be canceled. I think my problem with this is investment. Yeah, investment. I spend hours of my life hoping that these stories actually go somewhere, and they never ever do. And it truly breaks my heart that these shows just up and stop. It's sad. It's really sad. Look, TV shows getting canceled is a tale as old as time. If you go back to old network television, you can see that there are plenty of shows that got the axe after ratings hit an all-time low. But here's the thing. Back then, shows actually had the chance to breathe. you get an episode order about like 6 to 13 episodes before branching off into a full season of 20 to 22 episodes. That meant that shows had time to find their audience. You know, like through word of mouth. Characters got a chance to grow, stories got a chance to stretch out their gams a little bit before the network executives decided to press that big red button that says, cancel me, kill me. Modern TV isn't really like that. Somewhere along the line, it shifted from, let's see how this pans out, to, oh, they didn't make cash instantly? Shut it down immediately. Down right now. We get shorter seasons with massive budgets and little to no chance. I blame streaming platforms. I truly, truly do. They prove that huge hits could come from very short seasons. I spit on you, Netflix. I spit on you, Stranger Things, with your massively successful 8-episode format that from a business perspective looks amazing and caused a big cultural impact to the point where producers were like, how do I get the biggest bang for my buck? Let me not spend cash on 20 episodes and just stick with 8. You're the reason why 8 episodes became the norm. You're the reason why shows have a shorter amount of time to prove themselves, and I'm mad about it. You only have a small amount of time to make yourself known. Starting slow? Never heard of her. Giving it time? Nope, can't do that. We're impatient. Second season? Yeah, right. You're so not getting one of those. No numbers? Well, I think we all know what happens next. And I'm tired of what happens next. I really am. I'm tired of binge watching series, becoming attached to characters, rooting for them, loving them, and suddenly they're not mine anymore. They're gone. They were here and now they're not. And that freaking whomps, dude. Think of it this way. Imagine that every TV show and every movie is a seed planted in a little garden. Those seeds are in the dirt for a small amount of time. You want to watch it grow. You're excited to watch it grow. And then all of a sudden it gets ripped out of the dirt. So then what was the point of planting the seed in the first place? What was the point of me even wanting to watch that seed grow? What's the point of even watching TV at all anymore? And it's not just me, your average TV viewer. No, think of all of the creatives who have a show idea, but are too scared to pitch it because, well, it's just gonna get canceled anyway. Or think of all of the stories we saw come to fruition and actually start, but then get rushed half-baked endings. This is what instant gratification gets you people. Bupkis, nada, zilch, nothing. It makes me so paranoid. I start thinking, did I like the wrong show? Am I the problem? Again, rarely ever the problem. Did my excitement somehow jinx it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe my enthusiasm's a curse. I hope not. That'd be kind of sad too. And I feel for anyone pouring their hearts and soul into a show. And that goes for cast, crew, the many people out there who have their own inside job or gallivant. We're all walking on eggshells, crossing our fingers, hoping that the executives up top don't decide to toss the idea out of the window. Oh, and do not even get me started on movies. I waited 7 years, for a movie. I held out 7 years for a movie that I knew was never going to be produced, but I did it anyway because they told me to hold out hope. Because I loved the series so much. I'm looking directly at you, Studio Mappa. I will never forgive you. Corporations need their money now, and apparently that's more urgent than letting a show breathe. Trash TV can happen for a million reasons. Poor writing, staff interference, bad acting, but it also happens when you don't give it the time that it deserves. That's why you didn't get an instant turnaround, ABC. Gallivant didn't get the time that it deserved. Can you tell that I really, really loved Gallivant? I really, really did. Too bad it never got a proper ending. So, what now? God, I wish I knew the answer. I truly, truly do, but I don't. This instant gratification mindset is probably going to be the death of modern TV, I fear. It's kind of ruining everything, affecting everything. Like the kind of TV shows that are getting made in the first place. A billion procedural dramas, spin-off after spin-off, reboot, reboot, reboot. Studios know that shows pretty much have one season to prove themselves. So do they risk it all on something that they know they'll probably cancel anyway? Or do they double down on what they already know and just do it all over again? Why take a risk polishing a perceived turd when you already got a diamond that you know will work? Why go with something new when Old Faithful is sitting right next to you, just staring you down? waiting to be used again. Let's pick the safest idea. Those always work out. Yippee! No, yippee. Boo! Oh, boo. Want to know what's ironic? While everyone's out there chasing the next big quick hit, innovation is dying, heaving its last death rattle. What happened to the stories that challenge us? The ones that push boundaries? What? We gotta sideline them in favor of safe bets that won't upset the balance sheets? Lame. Executives see cash grabs, I see bland, homogenized products, easy to consume, utterly forgettable. Rushing to avoid failure makes us lose the very thing that made television compelling in the first place: bold storytelling and the fun that comes with taking chances. It's unfortunate that this is what we're stuck with. A system where failure means immediate cancellation, risk becomes the enemy. Wish I could change it, but unfortunately, I'm not the one tossing the darts. I'm just the one who has to suck it up and take it when it gets tossed at her face. Skate the Infinity is supposed to have a second season at some point. I don't know when, but at some point. And that news is great and all, but
Played these games before! I said I played these games before!
I don't know who to trust. The studios or my own gut feeling telling me not to get my hopes up. That's how rough it is out in these streets. You know it's bad when you can't trust a corporation's words. Never trust a corporation's words, people. Like ever. They lie all the time. I'm tired of everything that I love coming to an abrupt end. I want to see the things that I like reach the finish line. Other people get a chance to do it. Why can't I? They're making me feel like I'm asking for too much. Am I? Like, I don't think I am. But who am I but a lowly citizen giving my money to studios and companies that don't care about me in the slightest? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't feel confident in that season 2. I don't. If I'm proven wrong, I don't know, give out some cash or something. I don't have any on me. Y'all like pennies? That's all I got. And that's only if they make a second season. That's it. That's the only way that I'll do that. If they actually produce that second season, which I highly doubt that they will. For now, I'll just take my season 1s, bite the bullet, and watch the 8-episode shows that I know for a fact aren't coming back. Guess I'll just suck it up and deal with it. And I'm bitter about that. Vehemently bitter. I'm very, very bitter. Okay, well, I'm AJ, your bitter Betty for this week, and I'll see you next time.